Hi friends. So today, Monday, the 17th of February, Supreme Court just an hour or so back has given a very landmark judgment. One of the progressive judges, very few progressive judges in the Supreme Court, Mr. Chandrachud, has delivered this historic judgment for the empowerment of women. He is the same judge who called two or 3 days back in a function that we cannot call people who are protesting against some decisions of the government peacefully as anti-nationals. That is a great disservice to democracy. A very nice speech. What is this case? So, for the last 14 years, women in the armed forces are fighting for a permanent commission, which has been denied to them so far. And this goes, they said it goes against the principle of equality, which is enshrined in the constitution. Women in India since 1993 have been inducted in the armed forces, but not in combat roles. So, women have been serving as doctors, as lawyers, as accountants, in office, in signaling systems, managing that, electronics and communication, in army. So, when if a women join the SSC, so initially they join for 5 years. Then, based on their fitness performance, is extended for another 5 years. Then another for 4 years, 14 years. That's a maximum. After that, they are retired. Whereas the men who join the same cadre as SSC, they can get permanent commission. And even when they serve for only 14 years, women lose their seniority. They retire as major, whereas men retire as lieutenant colonel, one rank higher than major. So it affects their pension also. So women have been fighting that they should also be given permanent commission. So 14 years back, they filed a case, and Delhi Supreme Court, in a landmark judgment in 2010, said women should be given permanent commission based on their performance and all their thing. There's no need to dilute any of the parameters. So Navy and the Air Force have immediately accepted it and have been offering permanent commission. So women are now serving, of course, many women are serving as fighter pilots. Women are in Navy, they have been working as pilots, reconnaissance aircraft, and Navy is planning to induct them as sailors also soon once in the new ships are ready, which can incorporate women sailors also. So a lot of progressive things have been done by Navy and Air Force, but the Army has been steadfast that they won't allow women in combat roles. So they filed appeal to the Supreme Court. So after more than 10 years, at last, this judgment, which is very good, has come. Whereas Army recently has filed affidavit in the Supreme Court in the same case that they are open to having women giving them permanent commission, provided they fulfill all the criteria, the same as that of the men officers. The center has been steadfast in opposing this. So many reasons have been told. One is that the soldiers won't accept women officers. They are not, soldiers come from rural areas mostly, they are not educated. So they don't have the mindset to accept this thing, and it will be affecting the performance, particularly in times of war or times of conflict, etc. It was like the same argument given by the British Army. So that after 1857 revolt, British Army, they decided to give only permanent. The officers would be only Britishers. Indians can serve only as soldiers. So they resisted this, having Indian officers for a long time, saying that the soldiers won't accept fellow Indians as officers. They won't take orders from them. But since the British, the Gora is superior to them racially, Culturally, they will accept only British officers. It's the same kind of rubbish mindset. Other thing they sold was women are not physiologically, psychologically ready also. Supreme Court has quashed all these arguments saying that is all patriarchal, stereotyped mindset. It is a job of the government, the army, the training what they give it to the soldiers to ensure that they accept any officer, whether male or female. The problem lies with them, not with the women who have been given permanent commission. And already women serve in various positions as temporary, as I told, 5 plus 5 plus 4 years maximum. So they lead because they are only at the major level maximum, that maximum they can achieve if they serve for 14 years. They lead troops in a company size, small size, platoon size, or company size. But when they are given permanent commission, they can be given promotion, and therefore they can be heading much higher level. So there is nothing wrong. An army itself has given permanent commission for women last year in various things like signals and electronics and all those things, etc. So why not give it in combat role? This is in tune with what is happening in the world. More than dozen countries in the world have give women permanent commission, and they lead the troops on the combat role also. US has given, Obama has given it in 2013. Good that he has done before this idiot moron Trump became the president, who would have never done that. UK did it a couple of years back. France has been doing it for a long time now. Canada has been doing it. So all the developed countries are already doing it. So it's, we don't want symbolic things like in January 2020 this year, women officer led the Republic Day parade. So that is merely symbolic. So that won't help in the real empowerment of women. So that's why I told that is a real historic judgment. Similarly, I hope that such similar judgments will come in Sabarimala case or allowing women in any religious places also, etc. But the arguments given by the central government in Supreme Court regarding this case is just rubbish. That shows the mindset of the Hindutva people who believe in fascist ideology called Hindutva. For example, you might have seen when I heard about this news, it just took me. I just don't believe that such things are happening in 21st century. A couple of days back in Bhuj district in Gujarat, where in a educational institute college run by Swami Narayan Trust, the group which runs many big temples, including the Akshardham temple in Delhi, which has been built on Yamuna floodplains, blatantly against all environmental rules, just because they have got HANA connections in high places. They can do everything. Just like one another guy conducted a public meeting in the floodplains of Yamuna and refused to pay the damages given by NGT also. So this is the problem with these people. This in one of the colleges run by them in Swaminarayan, I was just shocked to know that girls are not allowed in hostel during menstruation period, that it will pollute it. We are still talking about purity and pollution in 21st century, and they have to go inside a separate place in the basement, and now the recent incident, they have found a sanitary pad in the hostel, and the hostel management then rounded up all the 63 girls, and they have to remove their underwear, yes, and to show that they are not menstruating. I just can't understand where we are. This is what the role envisaged for women under Hindutva. Women are considered to be unequal. Women are considered to be polluting. Women are considered to be inferior, good enough only for. Yeah, another argument given by the Union government in Supreme Court in the army case was women's main role is caretaking, children, taking care of children, and all those things, etc. That women, modern day women, professional women can take care of both their offices, their professional work, and also their home duties or whatever. And thinking that only women are the primary caregivers itself shows the patriarchal mindset, the stereotyped Hindutva, Vedic era, cow urine drinking mindset. So I don't know what action is going to be taken. This has come in the news. What the NCW is doing? Of course, they will conduct an eyewash probe, and now nobody will be punished for such atrocities of asking girls to remove their thing. How can they say that this is polluting? What is this mindset? I wanted to post a video regarding this immediately. Just we are going back, we are regressing, and we are not a modern country at all. This is very shocking that in 21st century 2020 that this kind of mindset that having this is a natural biological thing, menstruation cycle, that it is polluting, and that girls should be kept away. So seriously, a lot of self interrogation has to be done by us. Why we are allowing such people?